Hey, 42 here. Nature often presents us with some rather uncanny and unexplainable events. Here are some of the strangest natural occurrences of all time. Angel hair is a rare phenomenon where extremely fine silken threads fall from the sky. It has been described as similar to cobwebs. However, it is extremely delicate and appears to completely vanish when you touch it. The phenomenon has been witnessed most often in North America, Australia, New Zealand and Western Europe. There is no known evidence that tells us where this strange substance comes from, or what it's made up of. The material's extreme sensitivity makes it almost impossible to collect and analyse. Many believe it is linked to UFO sightings, as many have reported seeing angel hair at suspected UFO crash locations. There have also been reports of angel hair sightings at the Miracle of the Sun in Fatima. In June 1908, a ball of fire exploded in a remote area of Russia. It caused localised earthquakes and instantly flattened 80 million trees over an area of 830 square miles. An explosion of such magnitude would have been capable of wiping out an entire city. However, because the area is so remote, there were no fatalities. It is now known as the Tunguska event because of its close proximity to the Tunguska River. The blast reached 15 megatons of energy. That's 1,000 times more powerful than the Hiroshima bomb. Research suggested the explosion was caused by an asteroid impact, because a nearby lake is believed to have been created by the impact. However, other researchers say the lake was there before the event. Over 1,000 scholarly papers have been published on the event. However, we still don't know for certain what happened that day. If you think fireballs are weird, how about an intelligent ball of lightning? Ball lightning, as it's known, is a seemingly paranormal phenomenon, where a sphere of lightning appears and flies around in an autonomous fashion. Ball lightning has a lifespan of less than 5 seconds. It can appear randomly at any location during a thunderstorm. However, the creepiest thing about ball lightning is that it acts as though it has intelligence of its own. It usually enters buildings through a window or door. It avoids colliding with units and navigates itself through hallways. Also, witnesses say ball lightning can pass through walls. However, sometimes it leaves a hole in the wall, and other times it passes through without leaving a trace. As if it can do what it wants. One of the first documented sightings of ball lightning was in January 1984. According to eyewitnesses, ball lightning approximately 4 inches in diameter entered a Russian passenger aircraft, flew above the heads of the startled passengers. Then once it reached the tail section, split into 2 glowing crescents, then joined together again and exited the plane. It left 2 holes in the walls of the plane. Because this natural phenomenon is so rare, there is currently no generally accepted theory for ball lightning, and it has baffled scientists for centuries. In 2000, in Ethiopia, fish fell from the sky. Yes, that's right. A local newspaper reported the unusual rain of fish which dropped in millions from the air, some dead and others still struggling, created panic amongst the mostly religious farmers. But this is not the only account of raining animals. Far from it. In fact, almost every year since records began, there have been reports all around the world of animals miraculously raining down from the sky. In some cases, hundreds of miles from the nearest body of water. But it's not just fish. People have also reported raining frogs, snakes, and even alligators. Science says the most likely explanation for this phenomenon is a type of tornado called a waterspout, which forms above water. A waterspout has enough sucking power to suck up masses of water, as well as any animals it contains. Once the animals have been sucked into the upper atmosphere, they can be carried by winds hundreds of miles until they eventually fall back to Earth as rain. In the summer of 1997, an ultra-low frequency sound was detected underwater by the US National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. It sounded like this. The sound was affectionately named the bloop. The bloop was so loud it was picked up on multiple sensors over 5,000 kilometers apart. According to scientists who studied the bloop, it matches the audio profile of a living creature. However, there is no known animal that could have produced a sound of such amplitude. If it did come from an animal, it would have to be several times the size of a blue whale, which led to speculations all over the internet of a giant underwater sea monster. However, after many years of scientists being baffled by the bloop, NOAA recently discovered the noise was caused by an ice quake in Antarctica, which is when an ice shelf cracks. An estimated 2 to 10% of the world's population are plagued by a relentless, mysterious humming sound of unknown origin. This unexplainable phenomenon is known as the hum. Scientists have investigated the hum multiple times. However, in places where the hum has reportedly been heard, scientists could never locate the source of the sound, which makes investigating this peculiar phenomenon rather difficult. According to sufferers of the hum, it sounds similar to a diesel engine truck idling outside their house. But what's even weirder about this strange sound is that it isn't present everywhere. It can only be heard in certain places. Notable places the hum has been heard include Taos, New Mexico, Bristol, England, and Largs in Scotland. But the hum is constantly appearing in new towns and cities across the world. It has become such a global problem that a website was started that keeps track of every location the hum has been heard around the world. Perhaps one of the weirdest natural phenomena of all time are rods. Rods were discovered accidentally in March of 1994 by filmmaker Jose Escamilla. Rods are peculiar flying entities that can only be seen on slowed down videotape and sometimes in still photographs. Rods are cylindrical shaped objects that travel too fast to be seen by the naked eye, and move through the air like a fish moves through the sea. Because of the speed they travel, they have never been studied by science, but there are many theories as to what rods really are. Some believe they are secret high-tech missiles being tested by the government, because they appear to travel in an absolute straight line. Others theorise that they are entities from another dimension, briefly passing through our dimension in a split second. Or they could simply be another species of insect still unknown to science. Thanks for the view. Subscribe for more 42.